Hello and welcome to the ML Deeb Show. I will be your host today. My name's Mike Deeb. Today I'd like to share with you my thoughts on what MAGA means and how it's used as a cult. Actually, let me first define what MAGA means, the acronym of MAGA. MAGA means Make America Great Again. We all know that. We've heard it over and over again. Make America Great Again. It was Trump's campaign slogan in 2016, 2020, and 2024. And that slogan is still used by Trump and his cabinet members and his supporters. Wikipedia states, Make America Great Again is an American political slogan most recently popularized by Donald Trump during his presidential campaigns in 2016, 2020, and 2024. Let's take MAGA as a word. What does MAGA mean? MAGA means a supporter of nationalistic political movement in the U.S. And in other languages, the word MAGA, like for example, in Japanese, MAGA means evil. And in Latin, the word means sorcery. So there's kind of an evil connotation about the word, I don't know. I kind of shudder when I hear that. Even back 3 or 4 years ago, I'd hear it. It's like, huh. So anyway, let me ask you this: Have you ever thought how Trump got voted in and has all these followers and supporters? Of course, I believe it's a cultish movement using MAGA. First, let me explain what is a cult. A cult is a group characterized by charismatic leaders, extreme beliefs, aggressive control over its members, often isolating them from society. Key characteristics include absolute authority of the leaders, lack of critical thinking, manipulation, exploitation, and fear-based control over those who wish to leave the group. While the term cult can historically refer to a system of worship or a group with a shared devotion and modern usage, it often carries a negative connotation and describes a group that is harmful and manipulative. Let me share with you a personal example of what a cult is. Okay, here I grew up in a cult. Actually, it was a church that functioned as a cult. The church was called the Worldwide Church of God. Anybody that was in this church knows how the church operated, in the 60s right up through the 80s. And their founder is Herbert W. Armstrong. He was the pastor general of the church from 1946 to 1986. I grew up in the church. This I remember from 1969 to 1984. My parents were very committed in the church. They all volunteered and they loved to serve others, and they were very committed, and they had a lot of friends in the church too at the time, as I remember. But as a kid, I felt different from the other kids because we didn't celebrate Christmas, birthdays, Halloween. There's other things. Basically, we celebrated like the Judaic holidays or holy days. Yeah, so that's what made us different. And they tried to control and isolate us from our families too, because this was an exclusive group. You have to be a believer to be a part of it, and it's the only true church. And but in 1984, my parents, and myself, realized this church was a cult. It was not the true church that they believed. We weren't going to hell or anything and burn in hell. Since we left, we knew that it was all Herbert W. Armstrong's doctrines. It was not good. But besides the church and everything, I want to share with you that there is a parallel between the church I grew up in and our government. Listen to this. Each leader is like a dictator, feared by their followers, controlling of their followers. Everyone is indoctrinated. Indoctrinated, let me say the word MAGA. The word MAGA, of course, we know what it means, make America great again. And this makes you feel patriotic, more American. There's a lot of things that, that brings up an emotion when, hear, oh, make America great again. Again, this is indoctrination. We've seen that this MAGA movement, and it's basically ingrained in a lot of people's minds. Here's what I think. I believe the indoctrination is a form of brainwashing. Now, what is brainwashing? I will explain. Brainwashing is a systematic effort to adopt a particular loyalty, instruction, or doctrine. It's a philosophical term that refers in general to psychological techniques that manipulate action or thought against a person's will, desire, and knowledge. This may answer the question of why President Trump has many loyalties, followers, and sycophants. He used a lot of his followers to do his agenda, which is they listen to him, they bow to the knee, they praise him. But as you know, he's not a peaceful president. He did come out and say he was going to bring peace and all that, but I don't see it. I don't see a lot that he has said. As I see it, the Trump administration is a cult. Yes, I believe there is brainwashing involved. Now, I invite your comments about this. Tell me what you think. Make sure you like and share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and you'll have a good day. Thank you.